Good morning, Westminster. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, Ken.
Good morning, Boyd.
Hello,
Good
Ken.
morning,
Hello,
Camille.
Carol.
Good morning.
And look down there. There's our special guest today, Camille Miller. How are you, Camille? Happy to have you with us today.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So, what have you been up to lately?
Well, I've been up to trying to get us organized to have a hidden treasure sale.
Wow.
And
Wow.
people are very, very excited about it. Our whole committee's excited. I asked committee members if they knew newcomers to invite them. And we got a few people that, aren't with us anymore for various reasons, a lot of health issues. But we've more than replaced those that we lost. We're going to have a very robust committee. So when we get to go full steam, we're going to be ready.
Oh, good. Well, I know everybody is excited. And what about donations? Are you accepting donations again?
We are accepting donations. The only issue is we don't have any place to store furniture right now with the construction going on and with the need for the parking garage area where we have our sale. We're not going to have access to parking spaces, and we definitely don't have access to our tunnel where we stored furniture. So very small items that people can deliver on Thursday, furniture items, we can take that. But in the meantime, we have plenty of dishes and electrical things and a keyboard, a brand new keyboard that's just been a piano keyboard.
Piano keyboard?
Yeah.
Gosh, maybe I'll learn to play the piano.
So when will it start?
Maybe you better give us the dates, Camille.
Okay, March 19th, 9 o'clock until 1 o'clock. It's going to operate just like the little store in that come whatever time during that 9 to 1. And we can only have 2 shoppers at a time in the little room, in our storage room there. And the clothes and things that are on the rolling stands will be rolled out, and they'll be just to the left of that door and down that walkway there to the Windsor. And we'll have 2 people there. We'll have some monitors. We'll have people to take money, and we're going to try out people not having to just bring money and checks, but also we'll be able to take credit cards. We're gonna thanks to Julie Cripe Brooks, we're gonna have the ability to accept credit cards.
Wonderful.
Fabulous. That's fabulous.
So do you have very much inventory?
We have a lot of clothes, and we mainly clothes. And then we have a lot of just various things. One of the things people did that was kind of popular apparently during the shutdown was to clean out some things. And so unfortunately we didn't have enough storage room to take everything we were offered, but we've got a good inventory, and we're not.
How about kitchen equipment? How about kitchen equipment?
There's kitchen equipment. There's dishes and whatnots of all sorts. There are some devices. We always have canes and things such as that. And I mean, who can have enough canes? My husband's always leaving his somewhere.
Yeah, and the electrical devices they all work. The defective ones that couldn't be needed major repair, I guess you discard or give away. But the ones, you've got a good group of people that work on those electrical devices before you put them out, I think.
John Slocum and Hal Kester's when he can, and the Kellys are going to continue what John has always done for us, which is check out everything electrical and clean it up, fix it, or throw it away. So we don't put it on our sales rack until it's got the John Slocum buy off approval. And,
That's like, what is it? What did you, what kind of approval did you used to get? Oh, good housekeeping seal of approval.
Exactly.
You get a John Slocum seal of approval on electricals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
So,
even
so I probably got ahead of myself a little bit, Camille. If we could, maybe we have a lot of new residents, people that have moved here since since we had the last Hidden Treasures sale. Maybe it would be useful to them if you described a little bit about what Hidden Treasures is and where the money goes and how the good things are collected, just for especially for the new residents and for those of us who have bad memories and it's been so long.
Well, I'd be delighted to tell people and remind people. The Hidden Treasures is really one of the most, I call it a win-win-win kind of an opportunity. We have a committee, about 25 people now, but we accept from residents. Sometimes they're doing a spring cleaning or they just got something new, but the old one still works. Sometimes one of the reasons for calling it Hidden Treasures is all of us that come in here are downsizing and we just have some of the things we just can't get rid of, can't part with, can't let go of. Well, when you find out about Hidden Treasures and the fact that when we receive an article for sale, the proceeds, 100% of the proceeds from that sale goes to the resident association. And then the resident executive committee will decide among needs within options, but the main ones are two funds that we regularly replenish. One, we help replenish the scholarships for our associates. We have a number of associates that want to go back to school and we would like them to go back to school. And so we're able to give scholarships. Resident Association gives scholarships. So we contribute to that. Another, and Boyd, you can help me with the name of this fund, but another fund is one of the things I think is a huge selling point. I tell all my friends that I'm trying to recruit to come here, you know, most of us have our assets either in real estate or in the stock market. And nothing is for sure except death and taxes. And so something could happen. And those of us that want to make sure we're secure here and are not going to be a burden on our kids or don't have any kids to be a burden to, it's nice to know that when you sign up and buy into this, it's for life. And the commitment is two ways in the form of there is a fund that if for something
it's called the Friendship Fund.
Friendship Fund. Thank you, Boyd.
Mm-hmm.
The Friendship Fund is there. And if you ever, for something that you have no control over, stock market goes crazy, and you lose your money, or you know, the real estate market crashes. Those of us that have lived in Austin for a while have been through the ups and downs of that, and we've had those kind of things happen to us before. Well, at this age and stage in our life, you don't have time to go back out and get an extra job or whatever else to make up those losses like many of us have done in the past. So Westminster will take care of you to the end of your life. And so those are two of the things that money from Hidden Treasures goes to the executive committee. And then the executive committee on behalf of the residents decides how much money of our money goes into what. And so it's a win-win from the point of view that it's it's going to go to the benefit of the residents, and it's going to go to the benefit of the associates. But the other thing that's so nice about it too, is that the other huge win, the reason why I call it 3 wins, the other huge win is that there are really nice things that many people here give to our hidden treasures inventory. And
Camille?
is a good example. And I was so heartbroken when we weren't really able to thing around Christmas time, because we literally have staff members here that can only afford some of the clothing, some of the shoes, some computers, some of the all kinds of things, because they can get it at a reasonable price at Hidden Treasures. And so they get things for themselves, their own families, so it's a win-win-win kind of a situation.
Camille, can I ask you a question?
Yes,
About
sir.
how much money over the past years has it raised every year?
I have only been involved for the 3 years that I've been here, but we, on average, would make about $1,000 a month.
Wow.
So we had
That
better.
adds up.
It's a major source of income for the Residents Association, and in addition to those funds that Camille described, it goes to pay for the library, any additions to the library. It pays for the banner. It pays for any activities of the Residents Association. And then at the end of the year, we look at our surplus and see how much we should donate to these 2 funds, which are the funds themselves are run by Westminster, not by the Residents Association, but we support them. So one other thing, Camille, another win is that the donations to the Hidden Treasures are tax deductible.
Oh, that's true. That's something that we've just implemented fairly recently. Anyone that donates, if they would like a donation form, we do it, pretty much like some of the other nonprofits in town, where we have a form and we give it to you. You list the items on there and you determine the value, and it can be used as a tax deduction. Thank you, Boyd.
Well, that's important to some people.
You bet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I put something in here? I want to tell the residents, my first reactions to this was, gosh, I don't need one thing. I couldn't fit a spoon in our apartment after we moved in. But Ken said, well, I'm just going to go down for fun and look around. And he came back with 4 things for, for the kitchen that we had actually just gotten rid of. And we had a great time. And I'm not going to say it's all him, because now I go every time and I always get something. And it's just something that we didn't have, but it would be great to have. And, so go give it a look, because it's just a fun thing. You'll see everybody down there, and it's such a worthy cause too.
Well, and when we get, I'm told by administration that probably the last quarter of this year, they're hoping vaccinations, et cetera, will be full force, and that we can open up and go back to our original. When we go to that, people give art. And it just feels good every once in a while to change the color of paint on your wall. And if you don't want to spend that much money, just get a nice piece of art. And boy, we have some great artists around here. And people are really interested in changing some things out, and you can do that. And so art is one thing that we
and with the prices that Hidden Treasures charges, just the frame itself is a bargain on a lot of pieces like that.
Right.
Also, lampshades, if you want to change out your lampshades, it's a pretty good opportunity sometime, or change the lamps. Kitty said, why did you bring what is that? What do you got there? And it was a new lamp. And she said, we don't need a new lamp. And I said, well, yes, we do. And I took an old one and put it somewhere else and put the new one in its place. So, you know, it's fun, and it goes to a good cause. So,
Well, one of
Makes
our,
life interesting.
yeah.
One-
So are you, if any of these new residents are interested in working on hidden treasures, are you accepting volunteers to your committee?
absolutely.
Are you staffed up?
No, absolutely. We won't in this lockdown situation, we won't be able to use as many volunteers as we normally have. So, but in particular, my plan is to try to pair new people with people that have been on the committee before, and
Good.
use sort of an orientation so that when you come on new and you're on the committee, you're going to be paired with someone that's been on the committee a while. And while you're, waiting for people to come or need help or whatever, you can be asking your questions. You could be making suggestions.
Also, I think you'll find, I'm sure you have, that a lot of new residents may have already had experience in thrift shops, such as the Assistance League or Next to New or things like that. So they understand the importance of the work and how much fun it can be, and have already had a volunteer career and that sort of thing. So they may be looking for an opportunity to do something like that here.
Well, one of the things, Boyd, that I have fun with, it's fun for me, is to try to figure out where people have things in terms of skills that are valuable to the committee, that they don't even know. And one example I can think of is a person was telling me that they had been very actively involved in retail and so forth. And I said, well, would you be interested in helping us with pricing? Oh, I would love that, she said. And so she's one of our people. There are other people that have collected things, and they know the value of things that we're, sometimes selling for $1 that we should be selling for a lot more.
Didn't you have experience during the last year before we shut down with actually having a hidden treasure or two that was spotted as being passed on by the family of a deceased resident, I think?
We've had several. One was a picture of this very distinguished looking man, and it's a picture that's so well done. You just think, gosh, who is that? And we can't get rid of that. And so one of our residents' son started a research, as kind of as a hobby. He was like, who is this? And ended up finding that the person really was some little known but very famous, little known to people now, but very famous person that, it's just the little, really, it's another example of a hidden treasure. Clocks and jewelry. And so, I mean,
I think that picture ended up in a museum, didn't it?
It did.
Dedicated to that. I mean, that it was over in Virginia or somewhere in the deep South, and it was the museum director recognized the man immediately when he was sent a photograph of the picture, and said, "We need that in our museum." I think we gave it to them, didn't we? The museum.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. So
it's almost
there are
like
hidden treasures among all of this stuff.
Like Antiques Roadshow at
Sort of.
Westminster.
Yeah, sort of.
Well, we may have someone living here that really does know the value of something. We could start our own Antiques Roadshow.
That's right. That's right. I imagine a lot more of those treasures pass through without any of us knowing it.
Yeah.
But it's fun to look at everything. And I've been impressed before by the artwork, the pictures.
Me too.
And I mean, there's some beautiful ones. And of course, many people, many of the residents have to get rid of a lot of stuff when you're downsizing to come into here. And so it's really fun to go look, and you just might see something that you like better than what you have in your apartment right
Right.
now.
All right.
And it's
Well,
such a good place.
And families, when their loved one is deceased, they come and take what they want. And there are things that, I mean, we're kind of frustrated because as a family, we have some things that we just think's awesome. And our daughter is like, no, thank you, Mom.
Don't put my name on that. We had
And
that.
so families feel good about giving to Hidden Treasures because they know it's going for a good cause.
Right.
Plus, many of them are so thankful for what Westminster has done with their loved
Right.
one that
Mhm.
give back.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a big point. That's a big part of it. It really is. So how are we doing on time there, Carol?
Well, we're almost up to 25 minutes. So we have about 7 minutes left.
Well, I just want to say to Camille that we really appreciate your taking the lead and getting this thing started again. We're also ready for some activity. And I know that this is an important part of Westminster community life. And we really thank you for taking the lead on it and for getting it going again.
Amen.
Uh-huh.
Boyd, you were the one that I said, you have a committee that needs some help. And you were the one that recruited me for that. And I didn't have any idea what I was getting myself into. And I didn't think I had a single skill that would help out with that. But I got to take my hat off to Margaret and Bob Kelly because they had been doing it several years before, I got here. And they are, they're just very, very supportive. I had lunch with them yesterday, and Bob and Margaret were just grilling me. Did you think of this? Did you think of that? You're going to do this. You're going to do that.
Well, I was around when Susan Charlotte, who was the president of the Residents Association at the time, said, Hidden Treasures doesn't have a leader. We have to find somebody to run Hidden Treasures. And I went through all my list. I couldn't think of anybody. And then she said, well, I wonder if the Kellys would be interested. And so she went down and talked them into it. I think she had to twist their arms a little bit to get them started. But boy, when they did start, they really took hold. They changed the nature of the
They did a
place.
fabulous job, a fabulous job.
I used to frequently walk right past it or right through that little tunnel. And Bob would be out there with a little lamp table or something, sanding away and touching it up. I mean, they got everything in the best shape possible that they could. And they were just dedicated to doing a good job. And it was
They really were.
Carol, I have to tell one quick story on exactly that topic. I saw a little coffee table kind of a thing, and I thought it was just perfect for one of the spaces. I thought about it, and I thought, oh darn, it has this horrible scratch across the top of it. And so I just blew it off. And next thing I saw was Jerry Smith taking off with it. And so I said, look at what Bob did for me. Looked like a brand new piece of furniture. And
live and learn.
Bob agreed yesterday that, his health, as it allows him, he's going to continue to do and to teach some other people how to do some of those skills. So,
Wonderful.
If it's scratched up and you want to give it, let Bob know and he'll look at it and see if he can fix it.
Right.
That's great.
wonderful.
That's great.
That's wonderful.
Well, it's been a whole lot of fun talking with you,
Sure
Camille.
has.
It
Yeah,
makes
Camille.
me anxious. And you said it's the 19th, right? That's Friday, end of next week.
9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Did you say? Or
Yes.
1 p.m.
1 p.m.
Well, I'm
Excuse
sure
me,
the
I said
associates will be happy to hear about it too. So
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's this week, Friday of this week. I said next week by mistake, but It's this week.
No,
So we'll look forward to that. for
Week,
sure.
next
Carol.
week. Yeah,
It is
next
next
week.
week.
Yeah, that's right. What week is this?
19th.
Yeah,
Oh, Carol's talking
Yeah.
about when this is gonna air. She's right.
yeah,
Well, we have to keep reminding ourselves of that.
yeah.
But anyway, well,
Okay.
Boyd,
Well,
If
thank you,
we are-
Camille, again.
You bet.
So,
Come
this is an important week coming up, isn't it?
it is, I would like to give a plug, if I may, right now. Tonight, and that's Monday night, we will be treated to a fabulous concert on the piano by Judy Skaggs. And I heard her tape it, and it's as good as any classical pianist playing at Westminster that you'll ever hear. And that will be at 7 tonight.
That's-
And yeah,
That's really
the-
great. Yeah, so I'm really
Whatever.
looking forward to that. And then I
Yeah.
would
Oh,
say that, this is the week of St. Patrick's Day, isn't it?
Oh, that's right, right.
And
And we've,
I noticed that Ruth has Irish programs all day on Sunday. And then, I don't know, maybe Monday, there's something going on Monday and Wednesday night, isn't there?
It sure
Carol?
is. It's an evening at Patty's Pub.
Patty's Pub in the Solarium.
That's right. And we're gonna have lots of fun, lots of singing good old Irish songs and some things like that. And snacks, drinks, including green beer. You may want to come just for that alone. And
Green beer makes me green, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, well, whatever.
Well,
Anyway.
how do I get a ticket to this program?
You have to sign up at the sign up sheets, and I didn't realize they were already out, but they are. And the Wednesday night show, we're going to do it tonight, is full already. Already, and we can invite 30 guests with our our
Lot.
specified number of people in a room. And the Monday night show, which is it's the very same show, we're just doing it 2 different nights. The Monday night show is about half full. So I didn't even realize that they were already signing up, but they are. So
Well, we didn't
If you
need
wanna
this, we didn't need this publicity, did we?
I was
Yeah, I don't
expecting
think so.
publicity and a big buildup and everything. And sure enough, I don't know how the word got around, but
We may have to
Yes,
add, we may have to add some more performances.
yeah, we're not charging enough, right?
That's right. Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to it.
And there's no
Good,
charge.
good. Well,
Right.
go sign up if you want to come and have fun and have a little glass of green beer or something.
And there's probably what do you call the list?
Backup.
The backup list.
It says wait list. I noticed nobody
Wait
signed
list. Yeah,
it.
probably is a wait list. So if something,
Right.
you still might get in. So,
Right. Well, we're about out of town now.
okay.
So-
Thank you so much, Camille, and we look forward to doing
Yeah.
business with you.
Thank you again,
And
Camille.
which I understand is also world headquarters.
World headquarters. That's right. And we survived the pandemic. So, all right. You guys take care. Thank you again, Camille. Bye.